Now at 5, April showers, spring snow. It all adds up to a wet day as a strong storm churns its way through Southern California. Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Harvey. Laura Diaz is off.
And I'm Paul Majors. Our top story at 5. If it's calm where you are, hey, don't be fooled. There's a possibility we could be hit with thunderstorms tonight. All day we've been seeing much needed downpours and guess what? Even some snow. We're tracking the rain with Randy Page and Greg Mills out in the elements and Johnny Mountain, who's here toasty and comfortable in the studio watching the two-view Doppler. Let's start with Randy live in Gorman. Randy.
Paul, a light rain is falling at this hour, but let me show you what it looked like here just before noon today. Flakes the size of silver dollars filled the skies over Gorman this morning, melting as it hit the ground. But it was really coming down, catching most people by surprise. I see you're dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, we thought we'd come prepared.
These two from UCLA were on their way to Northern California, but had to stop to enjoy the show.
I grew up in Alaska, so it kind of takes me back.
Makes you feel like dancing.
Umbrellas are barely adequate to fend off the flakes. Many people are just running for cover. This guy is camping at a nearby state park. He was planning a barbecue later today. That will have to wait.
Trying to get gas for the generator, so just in case we get snowed in, we don't run out of gas or anything.
How do you feel about snow when you're camping?
I don't really mind it. I got a travel trailer up there and stuff, and then it ain't too bad. I got a heater, propane, all that. So.
Just enjoy the snow, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tourists are also caught off guard. This man came all the way from France in search of sunshine. What do you think of the snow?
It's cool. I hope it will be gone soon.
Hope it will be gone soon?
I do.
So did you come here to vacation in sunny Southern California?
Correct.
Up the road west of Fraser Park in the higher elevations, the snow is sticking around. A soft white winter landscape here in the middle of spring. But the skies are already beginning to clear. And back in Gorman, blue skies are peeking through. The roads are drying out. And that French tourist may see a little sunshine after all. And then again, maybe not. It looks like these gray skies are here to stay. Live in Gorman, I'm Randy Page, CBS 2 News. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Randy. Well, snow in the mountains, heavy rain down below. In Ventura County, the rain flooded several streets as water rose over the curb. It got so high on one road that a number of drivers had to be rescued from their vehicles. Fire and rescue crews say the rising water made it difficult for them to get to stranded motorists. So far, no reports of injuries.
Thunder, lightning, rain, snow.
All the elements there, Paul.
I'm just missing the locusts.
Yeah. Uh-oh, sounds like a plague to me.
Find out about that from Johnny Mountain right now, Johnny.
Yeah, this just in. Now, you know what? We've had kind of one of those days, and it's a good day for a weatherman when the forecast comes true, and that's what's happened to us. We talked about all of this yesterday, and we have the rain, about a ½ inch of rain, anywhere between a ½ inch up to 1.25 inches, some of the foothill areas. So quite a bit of rain out there, and it has been a good rain in the fact that it has not been a lot of thunderstorms. So it's been a nice soaking rain. So we have not had any chance of having any real flooding or anything like that. So it's been a nice soaking rain that started about 2 to 4 o'clock this morning, and it's been going on basically all day long. Two-view Doppler right now. You can see a lot of the energy and a lot of the thunderstorms were to the south of us in the downtown area, all the way down to near Fallbrook, to Paris. Showers and thunder showers there. Most of the energy of the afternoon of this storm was from Orange County all the way out to Riverside. Now we're going to take a better look at this, and keep in mind the rain is going to be around tonight through tomorrow morning, and then there is another storm, Storm 2, coming in for Sunday. I'll have that forecast for you in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Johnny. Well, there's tragedy to tell you about on Big Bear Lake. 3 men died while fishing there. Investigators are now combing the area for clues as to what happened, and the victims have just been identified. CBS 2's Inland Empire reporter Greg Mills is there live. Greg?
Pat, those 3 fishermen are from San Diego. Now, they were fishing in just horrible weather, and the lake was very, very choppy at the time. The bodies of 3 fishermen pulled out of Big Bear Lake this morning. Tragic end to a late-night fishing expedition.
We've been told by the municipal water district that the water temperature itself is 49 degrees, and under those conditions, the approximate time for hypothermia symptoms to set in is about 15 minutes.
There are indications the men were avid fishermen. Their empty truck and trailer sit at this marina on the west side of the lake. Their bodies and their capsized boat found about 2 miles away on the north end of Big Bear Lake.
It was a fishing boat, an aluminum boat that was capsized about 15 or 20 feet out from the shoreline itself.
That capsized boat was spotted early this morning by a lakeside homeowner who called the sheriff. Sometimes unoccupied boats slip away from the dock and capsize, but the boat patrol quickly determined this boat had been occupied.
There were stringers that were found on the boat with fish on the stringers, and that's what started the whole investigation to look for the bodies.
Around 8 a.m., the boat patrol found the first body. About 20 minutes later, they discovered the other two bodies. And it wasn't just the boat that was close to shore. Their bodies were also found close to shore. Reporting live from Big Bear Lake, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News. Pat, Paul?
Greg, thank you very much. Murder and suicide at the Johnson Space Center. A SWAT team surrounded a building at the Johnson Space Center this afternoon after a gunman was spotted inside. Everyone was evacuated and operations shut down. The suspect, a NASA contract worker, barricaded himself and two hostages in one of the rooms. He was reportedly an employee of Jacobs Engineering based in Pasadena. 3 hours later, as police were trying to set up communications, the suspect apparently shot one hostage and then himself. The second hostage escaped with just minor injuries. One teenager caused 1,700 students to miss class today in a security scare. Police in Laverne are looking for 17-year-old Matthew Wanamaker. His parents told authorities he's missing along with 3 handguns, a rifle, and ammunition. The principal shut down Bonita High School as a precaution since this is the anniversary of the Columbine tragedy. A Rialto school was closed today after police learned of a threat. Police and district officials say someone had threatened some type of violence at the Wilma Amina Carter High School today. Officials decided not to take any chances. Police checked the school and students were sent home this morning, but nothing has been found.
Well, confession leads to an arrest in Northern California. A Yuba City man told his pastor he's planning a mass killing that would, quote, make the incident at Virginia Tech look mild. The pastor called police, then began a manhunt. The 28-year-old is now in custody, but schools in Yuba and Sutter counties were shut down just in case. And the parents of the Virginia Tech gunman are speaking out for the first time since Monday's campus massacre. This as bells tolled around the nation today in memory of the dead. CBS 2 Stacey Butler is live in the newsroom with the very latest. Stace.
Pat, for the first time since the deadly shooting, Cho's family speaks out, saying they feel deeply sorry and hopeless, helpless, and lost. Feelings echoed by mourners who gathered across the country today to remember the victims.
From the National Cathedral to Colorado, bells tolled for the victims of the Virginia Tech shooting. A hush fell over the campus today, broken only by 32 eerie chimes, one for each victim.
Pay my respects to the dead and the injured in a quiet way.
Virginia's governor has declared this a statewide day of mourning. In front of Norris Hall, where most of the victims died, mourners bowed their heads. The stillness echoed throughout the country, from Indiana to Maryland, where this high school held its own memorial, and in the Senate, a moment of silence. If there is any comfort for mourners today,
now they're feeling like it's not going to be another day, but it's going to be all right.
It is that they are not alone.
This is a sad and solemn day. Our neighbors in Virginia have begun the grim task of burying the 32 victims.
It was 8 years ago to the day 13 were killed in the Columbine shootings.
Working the area and the building, looking for additional victims and suspects.
Parents of Columbine victims empathize in a way they'd hoped they'd never have to.
We need to express words of condolence, words of sympathy, and even words of hope.
They are a reminder that life goes on, as it will at Virginia Tech, where classes resume on Monday for students who choose to attend.
If a student doesn't want to take a final, sure, he doesn't have to do so.
Today, for the first time, the shooter's parents release a public statement about their son, saying, "We never could have imagined that he was capable of so much violence." In a show of forgiveness for the shooter, a 33rd rock was added at a makeshift memorial. As one student said, Cho was a student here too.
Cho's family's whereabouts are unclear. Virginia authorities say the Chos are under police protection. Live in the newsroom, Stacey Butler. Now, Paul, back to you.
Stacey, thank you very much. People at Crystal Cathedral came together today to join in a national gesture of solidarity. CBS 2's Orange County reporter Michelle Geely was there.
Raindrops fell on the Crystal Cathedral. A small group of mourners gathered inside to pray for the victims of the Virginia Tech massacre.
Today we are here praying to remember the tragedy that took place on the campus of Virginia Tech.
Today was declared a National Day of Mourning for the 32 students and professors killed back east. At noon, worshipers at churches and people on school campuses across the country were asked to observe a moment of silence. Here in Garden Grove, Pastor Robert A. Schuler read the victims' names. A candle was lit and the bell tolled.
Aaron Peters.
When all 32 candles were lit, the service ended. Art and Gail Brown are visitors from Dallas. They wanted to say a prayer for the families.
Well, it's such an incredible waste when something like this happens, and feel also very deeply for the family of the young man that caused all this carnage. It's just an unbelievable thing. Just to remember, and the families involved, what they must be going through, listening to all their names, students just starting out life, really, it's just really sad.
Michelle Geely, CBS 2 News.
Wrapping up the latest now in the Virginia Tech massacre investigation, authorities have filed a search warrant for the laptop and cell phone of one of Joe's first victims. They believe Joe may have communicated with Emily Hilscher via computer and hope the devices may shed more light on his motives. They're also looking at any possible connection between Hilscher and Ryan Clark, a resident advisor, also killed in that first attack.
Well, Paul, disappointment in the Anna Nicole Smith saga. Larry Burkhead and Anna Nicole's mother, Virgie Arthur, went behind closed doors in a Bahamian court to reach a visitation agreement regarding 7-month-old Danny Lynn. But a deal wasn't made, so the judge set another hearing for Wednesday. Burkhead says he hopes to leave the Bahamas soon with his daughter.
Still ahead here at 5, what happens when a Hollywood custody battle goes bad?
Well, just listen for yourself.
You better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are.
That's Alec Baldwin talking to his own daughter, and wait until you hear his explanation.
Plus, the Virginia Tech shooting opens the wounds of Columbine High School. Find out why victims' parents are in a new battle on the anniversary of the school shooting.
The pet food scare tied to a California pig farm. Now a big question, is our meat safe to eat?
And the sales were up and dinner was on the table. So what happened to the crew? We have details of a ghost ship mystery.
And as we head to break, take a look at the top picks right now on CBS2.com.
From CBS 2 Los Angeles, Paul Majors, Laura Diaz, and Johnny Mountain with weather. You're watching CBS 2 News at 5.
The bells toll not just for one tragedy, but two. In Denver, they're remembering Virginia Tech students and marking the 8th anniversary of the Columbine school murders. Monday's massacre at Virginia Tech casts an eerie shadow over the anniversary of the tragedy at Columbine High School. As that community gathers to remember, the feelings of nearly a decade ago are suddenly fresh. These were the images we saw on this day in 1999. High school students running from two masked gunmen who later killed themselves. Today, Columbine is closed, as it is every anniversary. Flags fly at half-staff to mark the moment.
Working the area and the building, looking for additional victims and suspects.
The Columbine shooters killed 13 people before taking their own lives. Alex Dudek skipped class that day. Had he gone, he believes he would have been among the dead.
My advice to the survivors, I think, is very simple. And like I said, you know, you're always going to remember. You're never going to forget, but live for those who can't.
Like Joe Seung-hee, the Columbine triggerman, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold left behind videotapes of their antics. Parents want to know why teens like Harris and Klebold want to open fire on innocent people. But a judge recently ordered their personal files sealed, a move that has a lot of people angry.
If you want to prevent these school shootings,
You have to find out why these boys want to kill. You have to understand them. The information to understand that is in these files and in other files that they're hiding.
How many people must die? How much blood do you need before you release this?
We need help to get this through and out. And everybody keeps turning their back on us. Where are these people?
But many people have moved on. Mark Taylor, who was hit 7 times, has written a book about forgiveness.
The message to the people in that community is forgiveness is a part of healing, and they need to know that.
But now, 8 years later, forgiveness is hard to come by in light of what happened in Virginia. Many of them fear it could happen again. The officials who sealed the Columbine files said that releasing the information might encourage copycat crimes. But researchers into school-related violence say the reports should be made public. A recent report shows there were 220 campus shootings between 1994 and 1999. 253 people died as a result.
A homeless ex-convict is facing charges in a brutal campus attack. 30-year-old Robert Williams has just been arrested. He's accused of raping and torturing a Columbia University student for 19 hours. Police say he burned her with scalding water and bleach. He even set the victim on fire and slashed her eyelids. She survived and used the flames to untie herself and run to get help. In Tennessee, it's a sign that a Tennessee father and son have reached an understanding. The 14-year-old had to stand on a sidewalk near his school, confessing he tried to dabble in the drug business. The father didn't want his name used, but he wants to share his family's story.
And I'm not out here doing this to humiliate my son. I'm doing this because I love him. And we do have an extreme drug problem in America, and maybe, it's time for extreme measures that parents need to take to monitor this problem that we have.
The boy's father also hopes the experience will be a memorable life lesson.
You know, I was contemplating going to a baseball game today, even though I had to work, but I thought about
But your better half figured that out.
But it might be a problem because of the rain.
Could be tonight.
Yeah.
Think they'll get it in?
Yeah, you think they'll have the blue flu since it's the Dodgers?
Oh, that's nice.
Did you like that? Yeah. You know what? Cool at least. But you know what? From some of the games that they've had, I mean, they've been playing in the snow, snowflakes, or maybe some hail, almost as big as the baseball. You go, how many? Which? Burn it. Yeah, something here.
Strike.
Yeah. My luck again. All right, but a chance of some light showers tonight, and it's going to be cold out there, but some of those teams in the East, you know what? For them, this is a big warm-up. Oh, yeah, they can't wait. Here we have the 2U Doppler, and it's operational, and we're showing you an area where the rainfall has dropped off somewhat. That's up around Oxnard and Ventura. That's to the north of us. To the south of the downtown area, that's where we've had some thunderstorms popping up down around San Diego north out of the mountains there, moving on up into near Palm Springs, light showers going on there, the downtown area. We've had general rainfall from about a ½ inch in some areas all the way up to about 1.25 inches. So we've really had some good rain out of this. And the good news is this has been a soaking rain. This has not been that much of a heavy rain, even though we've had some thunderstorms to the south. We are experiencing kind of a nice soaking rain, which is probably a pretty good way to end our rainy season, but way short in terms of the rainfall. We'll get to all of that coming up a little bit later. Next storm is to the north of us. There's a frontal system. We were expecting to keep these clouds around tonight with those scattered showers and cool temperatures for you. That will be for the remainder of the evening. Also, maybe another inch or so of snow in our local mountains to go with the 4 inches of snow we have already up there. More than that into the higher elevations. Morning showers will be around for your Saturday morning, cool and windy, and temperatures around with those clouds. Then Sunday afternoon, another chance of some light rain coming in for us. Now, light rain tonight through tomorrow as well. We'll have the showers, we'll have the snow. You can see the clouds that'll be moving on in. It's going to be windy and cool on Saturday. Then on Sunday, the showers are coming back in. Temperatures will be cool over the next few days. Matter of fact, look right here. We're looking for our weekend to be mostly cloudy with the showers again, ending by morning, and then partly cloudy skies all the way through Sunday with another chance of some showers. And then next week, Monday, will be cloudy. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're looking for temperatures to start warming up just a bit. And those warm temperatures will hang in through next week. So a big change headed our way, but we're still looking for some more showers out there tonight and also for Sunday night. play ball.
But no need a rowboat yet.
Not a rowboat yet, no.
Thank you very much, Johnny. CBS 2 is in the midst of evolution. Just ahead at 5 o'clock, your first look at how things are about to change forever.
Plus, the pet food recall reaches a frightening new level. The chemical that's making dogs and cats sick may be in our pork.
And we now know what caused that blackberry blackout, but wait until you hear why things went so wrong. That story's next on the CBS 2 News at 5.
This is CBS 2 News at 5.
We're finally learning the cause for that BlackBerry blackout. The BlackBerry maker, Research in Motion, says it was conducting a software update when the system suddenly crashed Tuesday night. Millions panicked when they were suddenly without their wireless email access. I'm no expert. Apparently, though, the new software didn't go through enough testing. It's just my guess.
Well, Paul, there are new problems tonight for pet food. Royal Canine USA announced today that it's recalling all of its pet dry food products that contain rice protein. Maybe that's canine. Apparently, melamine was found in some of its products. Now, that's the chemical believed to be making thousands of pets sick. The company says it does not know of any illness linked to their food, so it issued the recall just to be safe. And meantime, a pig farm in Northern California is under quarantine tonight. State officials say they found melamine in pig urine. The discovery has created worry that melamine may be in pork meat. But so far, authorities say there is little health risk for anyone who ate pork from this farm. The melamine may have come from the hog's feed, which happens to be salvaged pet food.
A loss for Walmart's founding family. Helen Robson Walton died last night in Arkansas at the age of 87. She was the widow of Walmart founder Sam Walton. They met in 1942 and were married on Valentine's Day, 1943. Last year, Forbes listed Helen Robson Walton as the 29th richest person in the world with a net worth of $17 billion. But she was also known for her generous contributions to education and to the arts.
Well, there's a lot more ahead tonight at 5:30.
Including Alec Baldwin suddenly taking on the role of villain.
And I'm going to straighten your out when I see you. Do you understand me?
And it gets worse. We'll have the phone call that's launched a firestorm and Baldwin's explanation as well.
Plus, milk may do a body good, but wait until you hear what fancy fruity drinks can do for your heart.
The engine was on, but no one was home. The ghost ship mystery just ahead.
And we're tracking that storm moving through Southern California. We'll have the latest on your 2-view Doppler forecast next. This is CBS 2 News at 5.
From CBS 2 Los Angeles, Laura Diaz, Paul Majors, and Johnny Mountain with weather. You're watching CBS 2 News at 5.
Now at 5:30, Southern California gets a soaking, much-needed rain blankets the area, but it's also putting a damper on some weekend plans. Welcome back to CBS 2 News, everyone. I'm Paul Majors.
And I'm Pat Harvey. It's a welcome sight for some, but for others, they probably wish it happened on a Monday. CBS 2's Orange County reporter Dave Lopez crisscrossed the region to see just how people are coping.
The following guaranteed to happen whenever the skies open up and measurable rain falls. Your mail gets delivered, you know the old saying. Construction sites come to a halt. The traffic, no matter where or when, is a mess. And if you promised your little ones a trip to Disneyland, rain's not going to stop you. At least it better not.
Don't you know it's unhealthy to have your children out in the rain?
Hi. Yes, that's why we just spent a fortune on these cheap.
I mean, can we say you're contributing to the delinquency of health or what?
We are to everyone because we have brought 3 grandkids to Disneyland and we have put stress on everyone around us.
Oh, it may be stressful on the adults to go out in the rain at a place like Disneyland, but the young ones, rain? What rain?
You like this weather?
No.
But you like Disneyland?
Yeah.
Whatever the park may lose in admissions because of the inclement weather, it certainly will make up for it in sales of all kinds of rain gear.
Are you supposed to go to Disneyland in the rain?
No.
But
Not if we wear this.
This isn't what you expected.
No, it's not at all, actually. We expected sunshine.
Speaking of sunshine, what about baseball? The first place Dodgers are at home tonight against Pittsburgh, and look at the field. All covered up with a tarp and the ground crew making sure that there are no extra leaks so that they can play tonight. Across town at Angel Stadium, the field is also covered up. Rarely do the Dodgers and Angels play at home the same night. It's happening tonight. And never have the two teams been rained out at home on the same night. By late afternoon, the sun actually popped through and all the rain went away. Rain? There's no rain in baseball, at least not in Southern California. From Anaheim, Dave Lopez, CBS 2 News.
Well, what did Johnny just say?
I don't remember.
Does he remember?
I'm at that age where I either can't remember or I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is anymore.
Yeah.
Play ball.
Yeah. What is it? Is it apathy? Ah, it is apathy. I don't care and I don't know. All right, here we are at the Blue Ridge Cam, and it's snowing. And the last time I was in front of a scene like this, my friends, I kept saying the same thing. When will the casts come off? Snow out there. Maybe that would work. All right, here we go. We have the 2-view Doppler, and some rain is moving through our area. You can see it right now as we're zooming in out around Riverside, San Bernardino. That's where we've had a line of showers and thunder showers. So we're going to be watching the rain for the remainder of the evening through tomorrow morning. Then there's another storm coming in. So as we leave the 2-view Doppler, let's check out the storm that came through today. There it is. Here's the next one that is working its way down the coast. This is the low pressure center, which is over us right now, ergo. There's why we think we might even have a thunderstorm in our area. There goes your Friday night on into Saturday with the clouds and the showers. And here comes the next storm in for your Sunday afternoon and evening enjoyment. But hang in there, because it's going to be warm and sunny next week. I'll have more for you coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Johnny. A mystery at sea. A ghost ship is floating off Australia's Great Barrier Reef. The sails were up, the engine was running, and the food was on the dinner table when it was found. But the 3 crewmen, well, they have vanished. Life jackets, personal items, and a dinghy were also left on board. The Australian Coast Guard has launched a massive search with 9 planes, 2 helicopters, and 4 rescue boats. Well, they were parking in prime spots, but several cars in Philadelphia got trashed by a shower of rocks, dirt, and debris. Authorities say a retaining wall gave way, allowing the wet soil to shift, roll downhill, and bury 4 cars.
5 years in prison for a Georgia man who admitted that he poisoned his children's soup. The judge also ordered William Allen Cunningham to have no further contact with the children or his ex-wife. 41-year-old Cunningham copped a plea deal in February to charges he forced his kids to eat Campbell's soup laced with hot peppers, lighter fluid, and Prozac. He then tried to sue the company.
There's no closure. He's still not being prosecuted for what he did to the kids. I don't care about the soup. I'm talking about what he did to the kids.
Cunningham's 3-year-old son and 18-month-old daughter were hospitalized twice last January. The little girl almost died. His wife has filed for divorce.
4 local fire departments were honored today for their heroic efforts battling the Hollywood Hills fire. The City of Los Angeles and County of Los Angeles, City of Burbank, and Warner Brothers fire departments were all presented with plaques this morning by representatives for Oakwood Worldwide. That's the owner of the apartment complex where 2 teenagers allegedly started the fire last month.
This was teamwork between these 4 fire departments that created the situation where they were able to control a fire that looked like it was going to take down all of Los Angeles.
The fire charred 160 acres, but crews managed to keep it from spreading to nearby apartments and the landmark Hollywood side. Oakwood Worldwide is pledging to replant 1,500 trees in the burn area.
Well, they have names like Bahama Mama, Love Potion number 9, and even Sex on the Beach.
Yes, we're talking cocktails, and there is proof tonight these fruity drinks can actually ward off disease.
And this crap you pull on me with this phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother.
And Alec Baldwin scolds his young daughter, but did he go too far? Listen in and decide ahead tonight at 5.
This is CBS 2 News at 5.
Usually they're the picture of peace, but in Cambodia, 2 groups of Buddhist monks got into an all-out street brawl. Dozens of monks had marched to protest the treatment of their peers in neighboring Vietnam, but another group confronted them, and the fists started flying. 1 monk suffered a minor injury.
Well, the next time you order a fruity drink, you could be helping your body. Researchers have just found ethanol found in rum, vodka, and tequila actually boost antioxidants in strawberries and blackberries. Antioxidants are believed to help lower the risk of cancer and heart disease. And researchers say if you don't want a cocktail with a cute name, even a splash of alcohol can help help make your fruit more healthy. And a new look tonight at the effects of eating salt. The results of a 15-year British study have just been released. And these experts say it's the clearest evidence that cutting salt intake reduces the risk of heart attacks and strokes. The study also makes new recommendations for maximum daily salt intake. Infants should have only 1 gram of salt, and the recommendations increase gradually until the age of 11. Both children and adults should have a maximum of 6 grams.
A dubious distinction for a Washington state driver tonight. She is the new holder of a drunk driving record. 54-year-old Dina Jarrett was arrested after 2 stops on the same night for driving under the influence. Her blood alcohol level, 0.47. That's high enough to be fatal. Troopers say she could barely stand and fell asleep during the sobriety test. Jarrett, by the way, is a former Seattle police officer. Well, a new era is dawning at CBS 2, and we will give you a sneak peek just ahead.
Plus, Alec Baldwin under fire tonight. We'll listen in on the phone call that started it all.
And cable car cons, why even tourists could get busted in the city by the bay. This is the CBS 2 News at 5.
This is CBS 2 News at 5.
A cable car crackdown. San Francisco officials are planning a sting to catch people who skip out on cable car fares. A recent audit found nearly half of riders didn't pay their $5 fee. So, plainclothes security officers will now monitor fare collection.
Tonight, Alec Baldwin's tirade of threats. His angry words and violent outbursts were captured on his daughter's cell phone, but Baldwin says he's sorry and blasts his ex-wife, Kim Basinger, accusing her of leaking the tape to the media.
And this crap you pull on me with this phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother, and you do it to me constantly and over again.
The angry family feud between Alec Baldwin and ex-wife Kim Basinger reaches an all-new high. Baldwin, the Oscar-nominated star of The Departed, unleashed a threatening tirade at his 11-year-old daughter, Ireland. Every shocking word recorded on the little girl's voicemail.
I am going to get on a plane, and I'm going to come out there for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me? I'm going to really make sure you get it. Then I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come home.
Alec Baldwin's temper boiling over because of his daughter's apparent refusal to turn on her cell phone at the prearranged time they were supposed to talk.
I'm leaving this message with you to tell you, you have insulted me for the last time. You have insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being. I don't give a that you're 12 years old or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the who doesn't care about what you do as far as I'm concerned. You have humiliated me for the last time with this phone.
Baldwin's spokesman responded a short time ago, saying the actor has now taken a vow of silence. Quote, in the best interest of the child, the actor would do what the mother is pathologically incapable of doing, keeping his mouth shut and obeying the court order. Still, the recording has been played everywhere, and perhaps the most shocking is Baldwin's name-calling, directed straight at his daughter.
So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
Alec Baldwin also issued a public apology. I'm sorry, as everyone who knows me is aware, for losing my temper with my child. I have been driven to the edge by parental alienation for many years now. You have to go through this to understand, although I hope you never do. Well, tonight we are on the move.
Yes, starting tomorrow, CBS 2 and our sister station, KCAL9, will broadcast live from a new state-of-the-art facility in Studio City.
Dave Malkoff is live at the Studio City Broadcast Center with a sneak peek. Dave.
Well, Paul and Pat, this live shot right here is television history, the first time anyone's ever broadcast from the Studio Center on CBS 2. I figured I'd start the nickel tour right here with the live trucks. This is where I would start my day as a CBS 2 reporter. This is in the basement. Follow me up here. I'll show you what's upstairs. You see, up this ramp is a brand new building, 4200 Radford Avenue in Studio City. Well, brand new for us, but it's built on a foundation of television history. Right here on this ground, this used to be the Gilligan's Island Lagoon. After that, it was the Big Brother house. We knocked that down and built this. Come on inside, I'll show you around. See, we've always been the largest news operation in Los Angeles, but now we are on the cutting edge of television technology for both CBS 2 and KCAL 9 News. Now, we're still putting the finishing touches on everything, as you can see here, but come Saturday, this will be the West Coast flagship operations for the CBS television stations. Take a look at what's in here. In this one room alone, and I've counted, there are 181 digital television screens. And these are bringing in news sources from all over the globe into this one operation here in Los Angeles. One thing we don't use anymore is this, videotape. Let me explain that. You saw all those sources there. Those are video images coming in from all over the world. Think of this building as a giant, huge TiVo. So what we're doing here, revolutionary, is taking these images and plugging them directly into the computer server TiVo-like device and recording it for you. That puts CBS 2 and KCAL 9 at an advantage here in the Southland. You see, we can take the news you want and bring it home to you here in Los Angeles in high definition. And this right here is our HD news control room. There's so much more to this building that I can't even show you right now. For instance, the news sets. When they told me to do this story this morning, they said, make sure you don't show the news set. Well, this is it here. And they didn't say anything about going behind the set. This is the back of it. We can't show you until tomorrow. You definitely want to tune in then. But let me tell you, I have been working in television news since high school, and this is the most impressive television news set I have ever seen. And we have two of these, CBS 2 and KCAL 9. And let me tell you, they are both equally as impressive. Back down here where we started in the basement, I want to tell you this all starts tomorrow right here on CBS 2. You definitely don't want to miss that. My buddy Josh Rubenstein is working on a comprehensive piece where it will show the entire history of this lot. It goes back way even farther back than Gilligan's Island, and that will air on Monday. But now live in the basement of the broadcast center, I'm Dave Malkoff, CBS 2 News.
Wow, he's quick.
He's excited.
It really is. We are too, though, huh?
You know what I like about that Radford lot, though? Leave it to Beaver's house.
It's there.
That's cool. Harold Green is in the newsroom right now to show us what's ahead on the CBS 2 News at 6. Harold.
Guess we know where you'll be lounging in the future. Thanks tonight right here at 6, Paul. Stay with us for continuing storm coverage. We'll be tracking the storm with our Skyview Doppler radar and also the 2View Doppler radar. Also talk about explosive. You've got to see these pictures as this driver plows right through a gas pump. And the campaign to bring the U.S. troops home from Iraq is getting some help from a Hollywood heavyweight. Find out who's using their star power to help that campaign. Those stories and more, plus all your breaking news straight ahead, right here on the final CBS 2 News at 6 from this location at the famed Hollywood Square, or Columbia Square in Hollywood.
Close enough. Okay, Harold, we'll see you. Well, a new Cub gives Canute a run for his money.
Plus, some are calling it the wedding of the century. Find out who is tying the knot in this extremely lavish ceremony. This is the CBS 2 News at 5. A big, over-the-top wedding Bollywood style. India's film industry is known for its flamboyance, so fans went crazy when two of its biggest stars tied the knot. Hundreds of fans cheered as the groom appeared before them wearing a golden cream turban, his face covered with a traditional veil. He made his way to a huge flower-filled air-conditioned tent where he exchanged wedding vows with his bride. By the way, in keeping with tradition, the bride did not appear in public.
Well, watch out, Canute. There's a new Cub in town. This new Chicago Cub made his public debut this morning at the Brookfield Zoo. He's exploring his new polar bear quarters, which includes a cub-proofed swimming pool instead of water. There's hay for him to roll around in. The zoo will hold a contest to pick a name for this little one.
Cute.
It really is cute. Well, if you're hitting the road this weekend, brace yourself before you fill up your gas tank.
Ahead at 6, prices have gone up again. Find out how much next at 6. We know you have many choices for news, and we thank you for choosing CBS 2. I'm Paul Majors.
And I'm Pat Harvey. The CBS 2 News at 6 with Harold Green begins right now.
This is CBS 2 News at 6.
Rain, 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 snow, and more rain. What a way to start the weekend. Good evening, I'm Harold Green. Ann has the night off. Wet weather's our top story here at 6 on this Friday. It's coming down all over the Southland right now, causing flooding and slippery roads. In Ventura, heavy rains left some streets looking more like streams. Floodwaters got so high on one road that a driver had to be rescued from his vehicle. Fire and rescue crews say the rising water is making it very difficult for them to get to stranded motorists. And rain down here means snow up there in the mountains. It was really coming down in Gorman this morning, catching many drivers off guard and underdressed. Snowflakes the size of silver dollars mostly melted once they hit the ground. Some residents used umbrellas to fend off the flakes. Others just used their own 2 feet. It was a tough day, though, to stay dry. Here's Johnny Mountain now with a look at what we can expect tonight and through the weekend. Johnny?
Well, it's been coming down all day right here in Hollywood right now. Still, so a little bit of drizzle to light showers anywhere between 1/4 of an inch all the way up to 1.5 inches up around Santa Barbara and Ventura, as the mountains have been catching quite a bit of rain and or snow above that 4,500-foot level. So much that we're expecting another 2 inches of snow tonight as the storm system rolls on through. 2-view Doppler right now, you can see it beginning to move out of the area. Here's Riverside right in the middle of the screen to the south. Down around San Diego, some thunderstorms were popping up today. Also some hail and some gusty winds wrapped around a low pressure center, which is over us right now and beginning to move out of our area. Lots of moisture out there. It will continue as we'll take a look at the storm that came in the morning hours and moved through most of the day. Now, generally, Harold's been telling us about some exceptions, but generally this has been a soaking rain. It'll continue throughout tonight and tomorrow with about a 40% chance of a shower. There's your Saturday. It's looking pretty good. Scattered showers, but Sunday, more rain headed our way, and so will I. I'll be headed back your way with your forecast for the weekend in just a few minutes. Harold, back to you.
We'll see you then, Johnny. A deadly discovery in Big Bear Lake. 3 men died while fishing. Tonight, investigators continue to search for clues as to what happened, and the victims have now been identified. CBS 2's Inland Empire reporter Greg Mills has more on this tragic story.
The bodies of 3 fishermen pulled out of Big Bear Lake this morning. Tragic end to a late-night fishing expedition.
We've been told by the Municipal Water District that the water temperature itself is 49 degrees, and under those conditions, the approximate time for hypothermia symptoms to set in is about 15 minutes.
There are indications the men were avid fishermen. Their empty truck and trailer sit at this marina on the west side of the lake. Their bodies and their capsized boat found about 2 miles away on the north end of Big Bear Lake.
It was a fishing boat, an aluminum boat that was capsized about 15 or 20 feet out from the shoreline itself.
That capsized boat was spotted early this morning by a lakeside homeowner who called the sheriff. Sometimes unoccupied boats slip away from the dock and capsize, but the boat patrol quickly determined this boat had been occupied.
There were stringers that were found on the boat with fish on the stringers, and that's what started the whole investigation to look for the bodies.
Around 8 a.m., the boat patrol found the first body. About 20 minutes later, they discovered the other 2 bodies. It wasn't just the boat that was found close to shore. Their bodies were found close to shore also. At Big Bear Lake, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News.
A gunman has killed himself and a male hostage after barricading himself in a building at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. The 4-hour ordeal the hostage ordeal comes as the nation is still jittery over Monday's massacre at Virginia Tech. CBS 2's Terry Okita has the latest from Houston.
SWAT teams, Space Center security, and Houston police surrounded a building housing communications equipment and a laboratory at Johnson Space Center after a gunman barricaded himself inside. Before Houston police could make contact, the unidentified man began shooting.
As our SWAT team members made entry, they did indeed determine that the suspect shot himself 1 time to the head. He appears to be deceased at this time. Also, on the same floor, there was 1 other hostage that was shot. We believe that may have occurred in the early minutes of this whole ordeal.
Police say the male hostage was killed, shot in the chest. A female hostage was unharmed after being tied up. They don't know the motive yet or how the 3 knew each other. A source inside the Space Center told KCBS-TV the gunman, described as a white male in his 50s or 60s, walked into an afternoon meeting, pointed the gun at the hostages, and ordered everyone else out.
It's a revolver, handgun. It appears to be like a 2-inch barrel or a snub nose might be the reference. It's either like a 38 or a 357, but I don't know for sure.
Jacobs Engineering, a NASA contractor, says the gunman is one of their employees. Unconfirmed reports say the man was going to be fired on Friday. Workers were evacuated from the building, police blocked roads within the 1,600-acre campus, and officials locked down a nearby middle school for a while. Standard Procedure also called for Mission Control to secure its doors. Terry Okita, CBS 2 News.
As the Virginia Tech community and the nation mourn the loss of so many lives from this week's campus massacre, tonight for the first time, we're hearing from the shooter's family. Sung-Hee Jo's family is also reeling. Jo's sister has issued a statement. A portion of that statement reads, "On behalf of our family, we are so deeply sorry for the devastation my brother has caused. We're heartbroken. We never could have envisioned that he was capable of so much violence." The community, though, is still struggling to pick up the pieces. Bells tolled and heads bowed in remembrance today of the students and faculty massacred at Virginia Tech earlier this week. Bells rang at noon today on the Virginia Tech campus in Blacksburg as students comforted each other. A moment of silence was also observed as the community paid tribute to the 32 victims. Virginia's governor declared this a statewide day of mourning, and many are doing so by wearing the Hokie school colors.
I think it's just a great way to remember everybody and to show our Hokie spirit.
Pay my respects to the dead and the injured in a quiet way.
With classes now set to resume Monday, students are being given the option of taking final exams. Back here in Garden Grove, a memorial was also held at noon at the Crystal Cathedral to remember the shooting victims. A moment of silence was observed and a bell tolled. Pastor Robert Schuler read the victims' names, and 32 candles were lit in honor of the fallen students and professors. Just days after the Virginia Tech campus massacre, we're remembering the Columbine shooting. Flags are flying at half-staff in Littleton, Colorado, on the 8th anniversary of the high school massacre. 12 students and 1 teacher were killed at Columbine when 2 students went on a shooting spree before killing themselves. Days after the rampage at Virginia Tech, students here say survivors have to find hope.
I just feel that in this time with the shootings at Virginia Tech, they're just for everyone feeling that pain that, there's great people on this earth and it will be okay.
There were no official memorials, but there was a prayer service next to the school to erect crosses in honor of those who died. An Oscar-winning filmmaker is taking on a new politically charged project, but it's not for Hollywood, it's for the troops in Iraq. Find out who's using his celebrity status to help the effort. Also, we will show you how wild horses almost kept the Rolling Stones from rocking Belgrade this summer. And an explosive crash caught on tape. Find out what sent this driver plowing through a gas pump. But first, here's a look at what's hot on our website, CBS2.com, where we're always on. This is the CBS 2 News at 6.
From CBS 2 Los Angeles, Harold Green, Ann Martin, Johnny Mountain with weather, and Jim Hill sports. You're watching CBS 2 News at 6.
At least 7 Marines connected to the murders of 24 Iraqi civilians in Haditha, Iraq, have been granted immunity. That means any testimony they volunteer cannot be used against them, making it unlikely charges will be brought against them. Now, this paves the way for the Marines to give their eyewitness testimonies in trials related to the murders and alleged cover-up. 7 other Marines still face charges from the November 2005 attack. Meantime, Oliver Stone is doing his part to get American troops home. He's directing a TV commercial as part of a campaign to get American soldiers out of Iraq. The 30-second spot will air in about 3 weeks on national television. MoveOn.org says the Oscar-winning director is donating his services. A disappointment in the Anna Nicole Smith saga. Larry Burkhead and Anna Nicole's mother, Virgie Arthur, went behind closed door in a Bahamian court to reach a visitation agreement regarding the 7-month-old child, Denny Lynn, but a deal wasn't made, so the judge set another hearing for Wednesday. Burkhead says he hopes to leave the Bahamas soon with his daughter. Still ahead for us, an explosive situation at a gas station. A driver who fell asleep at the wheel crashes into a gas pump. It's all caught on tape. Also, it's prom season, and one high school is going to great lengths to make sure their dance is a sober affair. See what they're doing next. And we take a look outside on this Friday night. At the Griffith Park Observatory, we can see some rain clouds. Johnny Mountain says you're darn right you can. That's his job. He's up next. Gas prices are up. Another big spike in gas prices. That's right. AAA says gas prices have gone up 6 cents in the Los Angeles, Long Beach area this week. The average, $3.32 a gallon. That's 19 cents more than last month, 8 cents from an all-time high. It's almost $4 a gallon in some areas. Analysts blame a rise in wholesale prices. An explosive situation at a gas station in West Virginia. A driver who fell asleep at the wheel probably woke up when he barreled right through this gas pump. Security video captured the destruction as the truck crashed right into the convenience store. Amazingly, no one was hurt. No word yet on whether the driver will be charged. And it looks like the Rolling Stones gig at the Belgrade racetrack will stay on course. The concert was in danger of being canceled after some controversy over some horses. Authorities had planned to sedate more than 300 horses stabled just yards away from the concert venue in Belgrade. But animal activists said drugs weren't the answer and the concert should be moved instead. Concert organizers, though, say the show will go on. Officials say they've sedated the horses for rock concerts before with no problem. It's prom season, and one school in Iowa is going the extra mile to eliminate underage drinking. But some students are crying foul. Dubuque's Wahlert Catholic High is making parents sign a waiver to allow their child to get a breathalyzer test before entering the dance. Administrators say it's all to make sure the prom is a sober affair. Some students say it's a violation of their privacy. Others say they just don't want to wait in line for the test. School officials say police will be on hand to help administer those tests. Well, Paul Majors is in the newsroom right now with a look at what they're working on for the CBS 2 News at 11. Paul?
Harold, thank you very much. It's the latest local memorial planned for Virginia Tech victims as bells tolled across the country for today's day of mourning. Local Virginia Tech alumni are planning their own ceremony. We'll take you there. Plus, a late spring storm dumps snow in the local mountains and more rough weather is expected. We'll take you up to higher elevations for a look at what's happening up there tonight when we all get together for the CBS 2 News at 11 and the last broadcast from Columbia Square, historic Columbia Square, here in Hollywood as we move to our new digs. Harold, back to you.
It's an exciting day all the way around, Paul. Well, Johnny Mountain joins us right now, and I know, my friend, that we wanted to bring some rain to the Southland, but do we have to end the drought in one day today?
Well, we're not going to do that, but you know what? Harold, we got the type of rain that we really need, which was a nice soaking rain. Began overnight and has worked its way all through the area all day long with a nice steady rain. Some thunderstorms out there. Also some snow as we're at the Blue Ridge area now, and you can see the clouds hanging out there, and we were able to show you some snow in and around the Blue Ridge area only about 25 minutes ago. So here's the storm that it's moving through. 2-view Doppler right now as we zoom in near Riverside. We've had some thunder. We were telling you yesterday, get ready for some thunderstorms because there's a low that's out there and it's over us right now, and it's bringing in this storm system. And you can see to the east of the downtown area, we still have some very heavy rain going on. Out to the west, up through Oxnard onto Ventura, it is scattered shower activity, and that is the area that we will be looking at tonight, even though the low will be over. So get ready for maybe some more rain tonight, maybe even a thunderstorm, especially out in some of the foothill or some of the mountain areas. Cool temperatures, cloudy, will be around for most of the day. 55 was our high, 51 the low, normal 74 and 55 as the record was 96 back in 1958. Sunrise at 6:15, where there could be a shower in the morning. That would be Saturday morning, about a 40% chance of a shower. Clouds and windy-like conditions will be with us for most of the day. Cooler temperatures as well. Then late Sunday afternoon and evening, a chance of some more rain coming in, maybe even for Monday morning, but it's going to be warmer for most of next week. Now, I want you to watch this sky tracker. This is where we enhance the idea of showers coming in, and this would be for Saturday. But notice by Sunday, most of the rain, this is Sunday afternoon at 4:30, most of the energy of the storm will stay north of Point Conception. But as it moves on through, then by Sunday night, Monday morning, another chance of some light showers. We're going to take another flight, but this one is showing you actually the rain from tonight. Rain will be scattered everywhere, but notice by tomorrow afternoon, things are looking pretty good. But then Sunday, showers start to move in, and then by Sunday afternoon, you can see the rain to the north of us, just north of the mountains. Overnight temperatures will be in the 50s. A lot of the areas, even from the coast inland, 50 to upper 40s. Big Bear, 24, maybe another couple of inches of snow in our local mountains tonight. Lancaster, 40, 52 at Cathedral City. That would be the upper 60s that we have for your forecast tomorrow. Just about all of the areas from the coast all the way inland. The exception, of course, would be up at Big Bear, 48 and 77 at Cathedral City. Looking at our weekend, and we will, here's that AM rain that we have for you. Daily Bulletin, 69 degrees for our valleys. And then tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, Showers coming in on Sunday. It's going to be a cool weekend, and then we warm up next week. How much? Mid-70s as we're going to be sunny, and the heat's going to be on. I'll have more for you a little bit later, Harold.
All right, John. Thank you for that. Still ahead, Jim Hill with what's next in sports. Jim.
Harold, thank you very much. I'm live here at Chavez Ravine, where the Dodgers, weather permitting, hope to open up a 3-game weekend series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Coming up next, we'll hear from manager Grady Little about the team's good start. And in pro basketball, this is absolutely incredible. You can't believe what Phil Jackson had to say when it comes to motivating his Lakers for the playoffs. That's next in sports.
Jim is out at Dodger Stadium, and Jim, I just checked with Johnny Mountain and said, do you think they'll get the ball game in tonight with the weather? And he says, yeah, he believes that the game will get underway and they should be able to complete it.
Is that what Johnny Mountain said?
That's what he said, buddy.
You know how right he is every time, don't you?
I sure do. He's real good.
You know what, though? He is real good, and I think they're going to get it in. That is for sure, because the Dodgers are open to open up a 3-game weekend series against the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight out at Chavez Ravine, weather permitting, and it looks like it's going to happen, as Johnny was talking about. And with a record of 11-5, the Dodgers have the best record in the big leagues. And manager Grady Little told me just a little while ago, it's all because of a team effort.
We're certainly pleased with the way things have started out. We know it's a long season, but we feel like as the days go by, we're going to continue to get better and better.
Skipper, what pleases you the most about your team now?
I think the production all the way up and down through the lineup, with the depth of the lineup, all the way down from the number 1 hitter all the way through the 8 hitter. We feel like we got some people that can produce for us.
Meanwhile, in hockey, Duck fans had plenty to cheer about last night at the Honda Center. They beat Minnesota 4-1 to take the best-of-7 series 4-1. Goalie J.S. Shigeo stopped 26 shots, and he said the crowd was a huge help.
They're really into it. This is as loud as it gets in this building, so hopefully we get many more games like that, and people just seem to be enjoying themselves, when they come to watch us play, and it makes you feel good.
Meanwhile, the NBA playoffs begin for the Lakers Sunday in Phoenix against those tough Suns. And, of course, to get his team in the right frame of mind, head coach Phil Jackson showed his team some film clips today at their film session.
Well, we had Little Miss Sunshine and Hustle and Flow. And, the entertainment, everyone kind of it helps, I guess, keep focus.
After practice, Phil was asked if there was any message he was trying to send to his players with those two films, particularly the 2005 movie Hustle and Flow.
It's hard out here for a pimp,
Harold, I don't know, and I don't want to know what he meant by that. That is for sure. But here at Dodger Stadium, as you can see, the tarp is on the field. The cloud is clearing, and it looks like they're going to play baseball. And as Vince Scully and Johnny Mountain have been telling us, it will be time for Dodger baseball, and you'll see it on our sister station, KCAL 9. Reporting live from Chavez Ravine, Jim Hill, CBS 2 News. Harold, back to you now.
Hey, Jim, maybe he was thinking about his team. A little hustle and flow would go a long way to a victory.
I'll take that answer, Harold. Absolutely. I'll take that one.
All right, my friend.
All right, buddy.
All right, do you want to know who the oldest living American is? She just celebrated her birthday today. We will introduce you to her next. And ahead on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric, tragedy at Virginia Tech, a special report. A happy birthday wish goes out to the oldest living person in the U.S. Edna Parker turned 114 today. She celebrated with friends and family in central Indiana. Edna has 5 grandchildren, 11 great-grandchildren, and a whole lot of great-great-grandchildren. The oldest person in the world is a Japanese woman. She was born in 1893, more than 3 months before Edna. Happy birthday there. Well, that's it for us here at 6. Remember, we're always on at CBS2.com. And we know you have many choices for news, and we thank you for choosing CBS 2. For Jim Hill and Johnny Mountain, I'm Harold Green. The CBS Evening News with Katie Couric is next.